solve a mystery with Scooby and the gang.
Fortunately, Scooby has changed his profession. He now no longer solves mysteries. He now assassinates people who make terrible animated adaptations of his show.
So
Coming
now
for
I
you, Mindy
have.
Kaling. There's a dog coming for you.
So now I have. Now I just have your thing. So okay. So how exactly would this work in terms of putting it up on OBS?
Oh, you just add a browser source, like we do for the picture-in-picture.
Oh. Well, okay
Hello,
then.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehvies. We're on Her Majesty's Secret Service today.
Na 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 na.
Welcoming and departing in the same film, George Lazenby.
Oh
Now,
boy.
before we get... Hang on.
You know what I'm betting happened, Alex? I'm betting that it's like Sean Connery, he was briefly gone, and he's like, hey, I want my role back. But I'm James Bond now. You said you'd leave. No, I lied. Therefore, I shall have my role back now.
And then the next movie was Diamonds Are Forever.
Yep.
Anyways, before we go ahead and get started, I'm going to show you just a little something. This is one of the posters for the film that we have up here. Now, as you can see, they've put George Lazenby's name on the poster, but it's kind of in the lower left-hand corner. You'd be forgiven for not noticing it, and Bond's face is kind of in-betweeny between Lazenby and Connery.
Okay.
Now here is, I believe this is the French poster. Lazenby's face is far more prominent, but no name. So it could just be
Something. You know something, Alex?
Artistic license. Yeah?
I am under the firm. I am. No, I'm not going to say it because I know what's going to happen.
Then we have this one, where we have, I believe this is the Japanese. Yeah, this is the Japanese poster for the movie. I can tell by the lettering. And Lazenby's face is there, but it's obscured by a fucking gun. You want to take a guess as to what one of the many posters for this film looked like?
What did it look like?
Okay. Are you watching on stream, or do I need to send this image to you?
I'm watching on the stream.
Okay. Just flat out false advertising. And we're not even showing his face on the poster. It's almost absurd. Anyways,
I'm all ready to go.
We're gonna go ahead and get on into the movie in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I got my bulletproof shield prepared this time.
You're gonna need it.
Because I know what's coming up.
Sponsored by Dubby. Use code MEF for 10% off.
United Artists. It's an MGM company. It's almost like I didn't even have to say a word, and you just...
And a brand new rendition of the Bond theme, and a brand new gun barrel sequence.
Got to that time.
I really like this gun barrel sequence.
You bastard. Alex, why is it every time that we do one of these, you feel the need to Photoshop Don Cheadle's face onto anything?
I didn't feel the need to, but I...
Yes, you did!
I figured out
what you lie.
I was going to do.
How did you figure it out when I didn't say a word?
Oh, because I'm a very smart man.
And yet your memory isn't, and yet I have to remember things for you. You know I'm right.
Off the top of my head, I have a very bad long-term memory.
Yeah. At the very least, you're not photoshopping anyone else's face over the ladies on this poster.
No, I only have one done, Cheetle face.
Well, now I can see that our star's face is obscured.
Yeah, they're really trying to make this difficult for us.
What is this with this rendition of the James Bond theme?
Sounds like it was put together on like well, it definitely was put together as the on an early on a late 60s synthesizer.
What do they stop to have sex on the beach? There's an actual song titled that.
Yes, and there is a drink titled that.
Hmm. I can see where his priorities are. Man has a foot fetish, clearly.
Written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, even though I think he probably wasn't even born at this point.
Here's the thing, at the very least, the woman is of consenting age, unlike Dan Schneider's people.
Yes. Quentin Tarantino. Oh, no. 1960-something or other. Or he was born 1963.
Yeah, I don't buy this.
Yep. He would have been 6 years old.
No.
And our first good look at George Lazenby as Bond.
I don't even have any good impression jokes of him. He's just
Unfortunately, because there's not that much Bond material for him, I will be using the Connery voice.
Oh, good lord. And by the way, Alex, you spelled McTaggart wrong.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to check that out.
I already did.
Okay. Okay, so I'm slightly confused as to what's going on here.
Me too. Wake up, bitch. No, you aren't.
So, James, why were you on this beach?
He was looking to have sex on the beach. You know, Bond, you're smarter than this.
What? What the
There
hell
we
is up
go.
with that editing? Well, that is very clearly being performed by stuntmen. Drop kick in the ocean. What the? Nice shoulder throw, but now the choreography is not. Who blocked this? Who edited this? Nurse! Nurse, I appear to be going crazy. Can you get my crazy pills? Objection, Your Honor. Shitty editing. Objection, Your Honor. That's not how long it takes for a man to drown. It's a nice takedown, but it would have...
We're overusing the judo throws.
Okay, well, thankfully...
Oh, the other guy didn't drown?
Well, thankfully that didn't knock him out permanently, but... What is up with this soundtrack? Why is he green screened in there? That
What was that?
James Bond just performed in F5. I have to admit, it's been a while
What was
since
the
I've
point
seen
of
this
that?
movie. I'm not sure.
What was the point of her driving away in his car just to get into that one?
This is a very strange transition into the
The opening credits?
opening credit sequence. What the fuck is going on here?
What
Oh, titties.
indeed? Yep, you could practically see nipples.
Oh, you actually can see nipples.
Yep.
Why are we recreating a scene from Safety Last? Oh yeah, Telly Savalas, best known as TV's Kojak.
Alex, I think given that weird opening sequence, I'd rather go back and watch Casino Royale.
No. Oh yeah,
Why?
and this... Yeah, you probably noticed this sounds similar to a certain Incredibles, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes, that's because this music was originally used as temp music for that film. And Michael
I
Giacchino was told to temp it quite close. Far enough
this
away to be legally distinct, but close enough to still be recognizable as the same style and genre. In fact, you'll see this exact, well, here, this exact track in the first teaser trailer for The Incredibles. Notice how we're not seeing any footage of Sean Connery here.
Yep. Why do we need multiple old silhouettes
Well,
of topless women?
well, they're not multiple silhouettes. The ones on the right are mirrored from the ones on the left and adjusted in position slightly.
Seriously, I'd rather go back and watch Casino Royale. Because at least there was something to be criticized. This just feels like...
Well, that entire opening sequence is very odd. It's not exactly...
You're not Bond. What happened to the other guy? Can we get... Can we get back to Connery, Roger, or go to Roger Moore?
That'll happen in Diamonds Are Forever.
What, Connery?
Yes.
Okay, good. This movie kind of sucks so far.
That looks like very old stock... Oh, that's why it looks like that. What?
It always has to start at a casino.
What the fuck? The editing in this film is fucking insane.
We're gonna deal out all the cards. You know what I'd rather be watching right now, Alex?
What would you rather be watching right now?
A children's card game.
I like how they're like subtly attempting to borrow some of the credibility of the previous Bond films now. Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I may
This
be
movie.
incorrect, but I don't think this has a super lot to deal with the plot.
Nope. It has nothing to do with it.
I
It's
mean, the
just
opening
filler.
sequence had nothing to do with the plot.
I feel like this movie is just filler.
I feel like that entire opening sequence was mostly written around that ending joke, you know? Which is like not even the equivalent of a low-level MCU joke. That's like a low-level DC on television joke.
Ooh. But would you say it's average for Young Justice?
Yes.
Makes sense. Can we get to the plot already? You can't tell me that this is the plot, because this is not the plot.
Why did it cut to that close-up of his face for that? Now, ironically, I kind of feel like George Lazenby is more of a visual fit for how Bond was described in the books, but
And it sucks.
here's part of the problem is his agent told him that he needed to get this film done and never do a spy film again because spy films were becoming quote unquote passé.
Bullshit. Oh, God.
That was a weak ass nip. What?
So he just got attacked by this guy who looks like Bill Cosby.
I'm here for your Jello pudding pops.
You know, we
You
find
wonder how I got this big? It's Jello pudding pops. Big source of protein.
You know, they said that he'd die in jail, but after serving 3 consecutive life sentences.
How did he get up? How did he get up?
I don't know.
Is he just gonna get up again? No.
Anyways, I was saying
he wasn't in that position earlier.
Anyways, I was saying, you know, they said that he would die in prison, but after serving after serving 3 consecutive life sentences, they found that he was eternal.
Wow, James, just making a fucking mess.
It's on him. It's on the dude who attacked him.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much a nothing burger of a scene.
I'm sure it has something to do with the overarching plot of the film, but why is his shirt see-through?
So that ladies will want him. The movie
suppose it was mandatory that we see his back muscles and nipples. James, why did you leave your gun? James, you're a fucking idiot, James.
Is this the woman he'll be banging?
That cut just appeared on his brow. That's not even a... That's not how that works. Why was that dubbed over?
I don't know. By the way,
Sean Connery had a better backhand than you, George.
This movie is about 2 hours, 22 minutes long.
Huh.
And let me see the length of the other James Bond movies we've seen. Let's see,
It's close.
Yolt was hour 57 minutes.
James, why are you... James! Oh, you just fucking left him alive!
Thunderball was 2 hours, 10 minutes.
James, you're a fucking idiot.
Goldfinger was an hour and 50 minutes. From Russia with Love was an hour and 55 minutes. And Dr. No was an hour and 49 minutes, thus making this movie that we're seeing right now the longest James Bond movie we've watched. How much of this film is filler?
Well, quite a bit of it so far.
Fuck me.
Because, like, I understand that, okay, we're developing the plot, but why did he leave this guy alive who attacked him in his room? What was the point of the scene with the bed outside?
And the next
like,
movie
I would
is
not personally want to sleep on a bed on a ledge. Just me. Especially if I was a spy, I wouldn't want that.
And the next movie we'll be watching, Diamonds Are Forever, is 2 hours. Let's see. And then the last movie that Sean Connery ever did with as James Bond, Never Say Never Again. That's 2 hours 14 minutes.
Why did you... God damn it, James.
First, and then we have Roger Moore's first movie, which is 2 hours 1 minute. Man with the Golden Gun is 2 hours 5 minutes. Spy Who Loved Me is the same length. Moonraker is 2 hours 6 minutes.
You know, James, if you kept better track of your gun, or killed that guy, or potentially called for backup,
you'd have avoided this situation.
Uh-huh.
For Your Eyes Only is 2 hours 7 minutes. I'm literally putting this in perspective, Alex. Trust me, there's a...
What was that?
Octopussy is 2 hours 11.
You can't get over that title, can you?
No! No, I can't. Oh, that was funny. A View to Kill is the same length as the other movie. Alright, that's the previous film. Let's go into Timothy Dalton. Living Daylights is 2 hours 10 minutes. License to Kill was 2 hours 13 minutes. GoldenEye was 2 hours 10 minutes. Shake it quick, it booty quick, it
How
roll
did
it
you
around.
find out that he likes it shaken, not stirred?
Okay, Tomorrow Never Dies is 1 hour 59 minutes. The World Is Not Enough was 2 hours 8 minutes. Again, I apologize if my commentary is just looking up the length of these Bond movies for comparison's sake. Die Another Day was 2 hours 13 minutes. Let's see. Casino Royale 2006 was... Oh, Alex, this looks like this movie has some competition.
Yep, I remember Casino Royale being kind of a long runner. That's 2:30.
2 hours, 2 hours 24 minutes.
Close enough.
And Mads Mikkelsen was in it. Neat.
Yes.
Let's see. So, 2006 Casino Royale is 2 minutes longer than this movie. Quantum of Solace was...
Would have been
And
shorter, wouldn't it?
Was 1 hour 46 minutes.
Yeah, the
That's
studio
weird.
kind of chopped it up.
With a chainsaw.
Not exactly, but yeah.
The Skyfall was 2 hours or 2 hours 23 minutes. We don't care.
Look, we understand this. We know.
Ooh, Spectre was 2 hours 28 minutes.
Huh.
And No Time to Die was, oh, wow, 2 hours 43 minutes.
So Bond gets involved in this shit because of a complete coincidence.
Of course.
This doesn't make... There were missions in the previous films. You remember missions, Kevin? You remember
Yes.
the purposes and things happening?
Yeah, I remember all that.
Why is it that happening in this film?
And why is it that there's more substance in the Daniel Craig movies than there are in this movie?
I don't know.
And here's the thing. This movie is long. Like, longer than the entirety of the Sean Connery, Roger Moore, or Timothy Dalton and Pierce Brosnan movies.
Okay, so the book The Spy Who Loved Me was a disappointment, but The Spy Who Loved Me was one of the movies that brought James Bond back. While On Her Majesty's Secret Service was a runaway success, and this one almost killed it.
Of course. So in comparison,
Operation Bedlam, tracking Blofeld on the organization hijacked 2 nuclear devices. But Bond.
So, Alex, in retrospect, this is one of the 5 longest James Bond movies. And there's barely anything in it.
Oh my god, okay, so... This was... this was the second... Oh my god. Okay, so you only live twice. There was a Blofeld trilogy, which started with Thunderball. On Her Majesty's Secret Service was second, and You Only Live Twice was third. Thunderball Thunderball was adapted first, then You Only Live Twice, then On Her Majesty's Secret Service. That
That's
explains
weird.
why the plot is so fucked up, because they've cut out the they cut straight to the fucking end and had to reorganize stuff. Thanks a goddamn lot. Jesus Christ. Yeah, in the original book, Bond was the one who thought that Blofeld was gone. He was putting together his letter of resignation while he was on that beach in the book, apparently. That's why he was there. And then he ran into Contessa on the beach, and then at the casino. Then he followed her later and prevented her suicide after they were at the table together. And they were
No
both
wonder.
captured while they were on the beach, taken to the offices of her father. And he hires Bond to keep her safe.
I think so far the longest.
This plot makes way more sense than the book.
Of course it does.
Because Bond thinks he's done with the Blofeld thing, and he's trying to move on from it. And then he finds out that, yeah.
And to think, Alex, it's the longest James Bond movie ends up being held in distinction by Daniel Craig.
Huh. Yeah.
And it's his last James Bond movie.
Yeah. So for people who get on my case about saying like the first thing you should do when making any adaptation is to change as little as possible, watch the James Bond movies. Please compare them to the books. Please. Also the Harry Potter films, because there's there's so much wrong with the James Bond movies as compared to some of the books. Even though the books aren't super great in places. Just check it out. Check out the through lines. Look at how they got all fucked up.
So, Alex, here's I'm gonna put it in broadcast chat, a render that was done by apparently it's too powerful, quote unquote.
Okay.
I own the goddamn server.
What's going on?
Anyway, there's a render that Chaos X did it for a user by the name of JS Reviews or J's Reviews, and it's basically like a Sonic Colors render using some scenes from the DS game. You know how Sonic and Tails end up encountering characters like Silver and whatnot.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I've actually played the Colors DS game.
I find it funny how the DS game ends up being the debut of a lot of the voice actors for the Studiopolis cast.
Yeah.
Which is weird, or considering the voice, they're all just like weird, out of place voice clips. Amazing. Kylie Bear's Big the Cat makes him sound like he's stoned. And I'm like, this is the debut of Vic Mignogna as E123 Omega, and he doesn't get to really speak a whole lot of lines.
Beep boop Omega. That seems
This
Why are we here?
suffer.
Why are we're just watching a random Matador thing?
Did they forget that there's supposed to be a plot in this? Oh, he would be fucking dead.
Well, at least
Yeah, at the very least,
they've shaved off the tips of the horns.
at the very least, this isn't at the very least when at the very least that bull isn't a breeding bull.
Yeah.
You know what I am back at the ranch? I'm a breeding bull. What's that? You gonna find out.
The fuck?
It's a bit from Family Guy.
Okay.
Peter gets molested by a bull.
Oh.
What is... I will never understand that pronunciation of Papa.
It's a Spanish thing, I think? European? I don't know.
Uh,
I've never said it like that.
Meanwhile, Kana from Fire Emblem Fates, the female version, pronounces Papa as Papa for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
Sadly, male Kana at the very
forced.
Meanwhile, male Kana at the very least actually pronounces Mama correctly.
Yeah.
Even if it's weird that he
Blofeld has not appeared in this film so far.
Where's the actual conflict? We had conflict earlier, but that was resolved way too quickly.
That's because they played the events out of order.
Of course they did! Fuck is this? Medea's Ray thing? Ow!
I thought you said Medea's Ray thing, and I was trying to think back to the Medea films to see if there was anything like that in them.
You do realize what I'm Medea's Ray.
Yes, and Medias Res, yes. And Medias Ray, yeah.
I would like to stick my penis in you. What? 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 What?
Hello, Louis Armstrong. I love this song.
What kind of transition? What kind of transition to a relationship is this?
That's a good question, Kevin.
Oh, this is so frustrating. You know, and you know what I realized, Alex? I think I realized what the reasoning is behind the people writing that produced Young Justice Season 4 giving Beast Boy a corgi named Wingman instead of Greg Stipe's actual Wingman.
Is it because they like Cowboy Bebop?
Yes.
Well, you know, there are worse dogs to pick.
What is this editing? What is this editing?
What are we doing? What is this? What even is this?
No! And now we're suddenly at a zoo? You know, I should have realized this sooner since, Eduardo Oh, Dorado is his hair looks so similar to Spike Spiegel. It's just ridiculous.
Uh, uh, uh,
I'm not talking Eduardo Dorado. Oh, senior. I'm talking junior.
we're 40 minutes into the film almost, and nothing's happened.
40 minutes? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, okay, so we're 37 minutes, 29, 30 seconds. But we're close enough to 40 minutes into the film, and fuck all has happened today. What is even going on here? I thought it was mandatory for films to have a plot.
Yeah, but apparently we don't need a plot.
No.
I think we should have learned this by now from all the shit movies we've watched.
We don't need a plot. We don't need, naked women. We don't need action. We don't need...
You know what, Alex? I think I will take Justice League Dark Apocalypse War over this shit. That had a goddamn plot!
Kevin, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Oh, this film didn't make me nearly as... well, so far has not made me nearly as mad.
It made me angry, but it didn't commit the inexcusable sin of not giving us a plot within the first 40-something minutes.
Kevin, would you rather have bad plot or no plot?
Bad plot.
I'd almost rather have no plot. Because bad plot is painful.
Bad plot,
it's just nothing.
Bad plot I can at least make fun of or criticize.
True.
The fact that there's no plot, I have nothing to say.
Why do you have a table specifically for your phones?
You want to know what's an even bigger hot take?
James.
I'd rather watch Batman Hush over this movie.
Calm down.
I will not calm down. There is nothing you could do or say to make me calm down.
Who's this guy? Look at that. It's a bus with a thing in the middle. You see that? It's a bendy bus.
And I give a shit why? You can't make me calm down, Alex.
I'm trying to... Look, if I put away Don Cheadle, will you calm down? There.
Okay, so that was just giving him his equipment? Why did that need to happen?
I'm still mildly baffled as... Well, mildly is putting it. It's a safe-tracking robot.
Why did he need that when he could have easily gotten the combination?
It's called a stethoscope.
Use us. You don't need to make things needlessly complicated. Just use a goddamn stethoscope.
You know what the old James Bond did? He put his ear up to the fucking safe and cracked it manually. He didn't wait for a robot to do it for him. I'm sorry. I don't know what is going on in this movie.
Give me your best hot take, Alex. Give me a real doozy. What would you rather watch than this?
The Empire Strikes Back.
That's not a hot take. That's lukewarm. Hell, that's cold. That's as cold as the North Pole. Give me an actual hot take.
Let's see. I would rather watch... Hey, James, turn that towards the screen so we can see it. And we'll have something interesting to look... No fair hogging that all to yourself.
Oh, we're finally getting some goddamn numbers.
I have gotten further cracking safes with a fucking stethoscope than this. Granted, I haven't done it on something like this, but, you know.
You know what would have saved him more time? If he used a stethoscope.
Could have also just drilled the fucking thing.
Yeah, it's not like it's what it's not like
Well,
it's a mob.
obviously you want to not have any evidence that the safe's been cracked left behind, and but
Anywho, as
probably
you
could
were
have.
saying,
Um,
what would you rather watch than this piece of shit so
it's a
far?
photocopier too.
That's genuinely retarded.
Why don't you just use a fucking camera? Okay, hot takes. So let me try and think of one. Um, I'd rather watch Highlander 2.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Cause, you're right at the end of the day. Like, there's not really a whole lot going on here. As much as I like to generally have like a lack of unpleasant feelings when I'm watching something like this. Um,
I'd rather
there's
feel
not really
something.
there's not really a whole lot to work with here. Yeah. Huh. I never dream, I never sleep, I keep my eyes wide open.
Okay, give me another one.
Um, I wouldn't rather watch Casino Royale. Casino Royale is a weird fucking movie, and I felt like I was going to die when I was watching that. Um, oh wow, we actually got a glimpse of titty there.
Yeah.
That is the most excitement we've gotten out of this film so far.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so Highlander 2 has enough that leaves you wondering what the fuck is going on. Excuse me, but there's also like
Actual
a lot of
plot.
there's plot, there's decent set design, and there's some really cool fights in it.
And we got
A lot of it
Michael
doesn't.
Ironside as the
Yeah, we got
batshit insane villain.
Michael Ironside is General Katana, who never actually uses a katana. Connor is the one who uses a katana.
And then Ramiro dies in a stupid way.
Yeah, Ramirez comes back and then dies,
Yeah, Ramirez
and it has
comes back just to die.
yeah, and it has no real explanation as to how he came back or why he came back or why he dies and where he goes after that. And it basically, I get the feeling that Ryan Johnson must have watched Highlander 2: The Quickening before writing The Last Jedi, because the Force ghosts in that kind of operate the same way Ramirez does in Highlander 2. They just do things.
Yeah. I honestly I honestly
So
can't. And honestly, I can't
So
even
how did you get a hold of that piece of machinery without talking to Q Branch about it? Did I miss that? Did I space out?
hmm. Ugh. I mean, the time is coming, so have I. I couldn't resist.
Well, why was there a jump cut right there?
Why, indeed.
Yeah, funnily enough, The World Is Not Enough would not be a official James Bond film until 1999.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, I think we could hire this Johnny English bloke instead. He looks a lot more like me.
Hell, I'll take
Understand.
Austin Powers over him.
And you know, Johnny English doesn't leave his firearms behind, except when it would be funny.
What about
But
Austin Powers?
But he's the main character in a comedy film, so that's all right. Austin Powers only he leaves his sperm behind.
Oh, baby. Can we just have Dr. Evil interrupt this by the terrorist plan? Please?
I put a price of $1 billion on his head.
Come on! We do better with Dr. Evil in this movie. How about no? Is it scary how decent of an impression of Mike Myers I can do?
You... What are you doing in my swamp?
What are you doing in my swamp?
Now you have to roll the tongue a bit more. What are you doing? Doing.
You're coming with me. It's funny how Mike Myers actually got really invested with Shrek. Considering how he
really want to see the new Shrek film. Like, after Puss in Boots, I can't wait.
They're actually making another one. What the hell?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Well, that doesn't help with my confidence in it. Oh, can we just... You know what? We could also have the Brain and the Brotherhood of Evil be doing something here. James Bond fighting against a bunch of superpowered villains would be... God damn it.
Did it pause?
No. Why?
Oh God, it's Herbie the Love Bug.
Why would you post that cursed image onto the broadcast chat?
I wanted everybody to share in the beauty that is my art.
That is not art. I will never understand what it is that makes Don Cheadle your absolute favorite at Rhodey.
It was just kind of a joke I made back when we were going through the MCU the first time.
When we were doing the first Iron Man movie and you were hating on Terrence Howard.
Yeah, well, I'd rewatched the film not too long before, and when we were doing our whole rewatch leading up to Endgame, and I noticed how much I just generally had become unused to his to Terrence Howard's Iron Man, Rhodey rather, and yeah. Like the voice legitimately caught me off guard.
I wonder how many people are going to notice various changes we'll make in our Iron Man thing. It's not a spoiler if it's obvious, Alex.
Yeah.
Because we did Captain America. People are going to be like, where's Iron Man?
Okay, we're 51 minutes into the film.
And nothing has happened?
Well, we've got a lead on Blofeld. The main villain of the Blofeld trilogy of films. Or Blofeld trilogy. And, you're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down.
Yeah.
You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down.
You know what's kind of a hot take? I would rather go back and rewatch Diamond Dust Rebellion over this movie, and that may have had a stupid ass plot, but at least it was an enjoyable stupid plot.
What?
It's the second Bleach movie.
That is a nonsensical title.
Yeah. And so is Memories of Nobody, Fade to Black, and Hellverse.
Huh. Why'd you have to say that so ominously?
By the way, how do you feel about the category of our versus stuff?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
The only reason I'm not too keen on redoing the Resident Evil things in a race is just because I'm like, I've already played through those games. I don't feel like doing it again.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to Gizmo's suggestion, it's just we'll do the Crash thing.
Crash Bandicoot.
But first we'll be doing Metroid Zero Mission. Hey, at the very least you'll be playing a good Metroid game, so take a pleasure in that. How does that sound to you, Alex?
That sounds alright.
Just make sure you have a controller or set up for if you have the emulated version. You have an emulator.
Oh, yeah. No, it's I have my Xbox controller.
Oh God, do you have that awful D-pad?
I have an Xbox One controller.
So that one has a good D-pad.
Yes.
Oh, it's the bad guy with the cat.
Hi, Blofeld.
We finally get our villain of the movie.
Yeah. That's
And it
Telly
only took
Savalas.
I'm already pissed off.
Did you know that Telly Savalas was supposed to cameo in the Superman movie?
As who?
Kojak.
Who the hell is that?
From the show Kojak.
Like I'm supposed to know what that is.
Oh, it's a cop show from the 70s.
You know, it's a hilarious bit in the JoJo part. Our diamond is unbreakable.
What?
When Josuke holds up a white sheet of paper, since he was looking for the stand user of Enigma, since he kidnapped Koichi and his mother.
Huh.
Or Josuke just turns the paper to its side and a gun just pops up from the side of the paper. And I'm just like, try explaining this to someone who hasn't watched JoJo. I dare someone to actually try doing that.
Why did somebody give me why did I get a room right next to the helicopter lane? I specifically remember asking for no aircraft.
Interesting setup we got going here.
This is where the film probably should have started.
Yes.
Like, I can imagine Bond saving a girl from attempted suicide at a ski resort only for them to get accosted by fucking henchmen. That would have been great.
Yes. It would have been interesting, but no. Why is he dressed like
kilt? I'm not wearing any underwear.
So he's just gonna spew fire from his crotch? You have no idea what fighting game I'm referencing.
I distinctly remember it. I don't. Was it?
It's on the
Arts?
Atari. It's on the Atari Jaguar.
Oh.
And let's see.
The fuck? You can very clearly see where they got the image of Austin Powers from.
It's Kasumi Ninja, Alex. That's the game I was thinking of. I got a Wii, man. The guy pulls up his kilt just to shoot fire from it.
Jesus.
I'm not kidding about that.
No, I remember. I've seen that episode of that was Angry Video Game Nerd, right?
I learned about it in Screw Attack's top 10 worst fighting games.
Yeah, I think that was AVGN. But yeah,
among those fighting games was also 3D Balls.
Oh yeah, I remember that one too.
I don't care. Yeah, it's one thing that many of us kind of agree on in regards to Demon Slayer. It's a very mid-story Anyways, I was saying, it's a very mid-story, but it's carried by the animation from the anime version. Because they are in the
bananas like that.
Who indeed?
How do you put a
I don't know what's worse, eating bananas
like banana on a plate. I don't know what's worse. It has its own thing. The peel. You just you take the peel. You open the banana.
I don't know what's worse, eating a banana. I don't know what's worse, eating a banana off a plate or eating a banana and the peel. Even Donkey Kong doesn't eat the banana from the peel. He peels the banana.
Yes, gold balls like the ones you'll find beneath this kilt.
Oh God, we're putting in more substance in this commentary than in the people who made this movie into it.
It's amazing how he's talking about this incredibly boring topic and these what?
Whoa! Whoa! Oh!
Oh, you better shop that. And I'm going to get a little bit too big for this kilt, if you know what I mean.
Wow, that was certainly something.
Yeah, it's a slight stiffness coming on, in, and all over, one of these beautiful girls, yeah. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll don my Sherlock Holmes jacket and make it the fuck out of here, before my penis impregnates somebody across the room.
But you're not inside any of us.
That's how big it is.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's not sure. Why am I in the fucking Bat Cave?
Meanwhile, we see.
Adam West down here. Hey,
Meanwhile, Freakazoid's mute butler is nearby.
Hey, look, if you need to borrow any penis inches to make up for that time they tried to shrink your dick, I have extra.
Hold on a sec, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I imagine.
And now we've walked onto the set of Lost in Space. Not literally, but... Blofeld, where did your scar go? Excuse me. Sorry about that.
I also kind of need to go grab some dirty laundry that I gotta do, so I'll be right back again.
All right. Oh, so it doesn't work then. Vaccines, I see. So you're making them all autistic. Mr. Bond, vaccines do not work that way, Mr. Bond. Given your particular taste for, martinis, you're not anyone to, make any statements in this regard. Well, now I can't tell if that's an 8 or an infinity symbol. What the fuck was that for, lady? Give me blue balls for nothing. We have all the time in the world. We really don't, you know.
I'm back.
Hello.
Has anything happened yet?
Bond met with Blofeld.
And
Blofeld asked him to, check out his genealogy. Bond is performing spy work now.
how long? How
Over
long
an
did
hour.
it take?
Almost an hour and 10 minutes.
That's
It
retarded.
took almost an hour and 10 minutes for the plot to kick in this Bond movie, guys. An hour and 10 minutes.
How long did it take for Zack Snyder's Justice League plot to kick in?
Literally the second the film started.
Fuck, guys! If a 4-hour-long movie it can get its plot going right at the start, why can't your over 2.5 hour film? Somebody asked which is worse, a Mary Sue or a self-insert. As of lately, I'm inclined to say self-insert.
Mary Sue's and self-inserts can technically be the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, as of late. Oh,
I brought you the book and my penis.
Oh, God. He doesn't even have nearly the same charm as Connery.
No. Well, he is putting on a voice, but... Hilly.
Oh, we saw some areola.
But... what's true?
That he has a massive schlong.
Kevin, you remember when you said you'd rather watch Casino Royale? I think we've been transported to Casino Royale.
You know, Alex, I find it kind of interesting how I remember the 21st night of September.
If
any,
remember,
I swear, I know it sounds forced, but I feel like we gotta incorporate that somewhere. Someone asked, "Do you remember?" It's like, what the 21st night of September? Yeah, of course, I remember that song. Is this a hypnotic suggestion?
I suppose so. Huh.
There's no way that
So
could not have been hypnosis.
Apparently, when this film was made, apparently when this film was made, the next movie was to be The Man with the Golden Gun. And he was signed on, George Lazenby was signed on to work on that film until, but it took them, apparently it took them quite a while to get the film put into production, and he eventually he bowed out at the insistence of his agent.
He literally just said the exact same thing to the other chick.
Yeah.
Why are they calling him Hilly?
Because that's his cover's name, Hillary something or other.
That's a woman's name, not a man's name.
Let's see here. Hillary, Latin Greek name, meaning cheerful and merry. Oh, okay.
What?
Okay, so in the Greek and Latin, it has two different spellings. And there's Hilaria, Hilaria, and Hilario. Hilaria and Hilario for the female and male forms, respectively. But we use it in English as unisex. So you have many men and many women with the first name of Hillary in Western society. Hillary is also a very common last name as well, apparently. So it's kind of like my last name.
So, in other words,
Hillary Clinton made the name infamous. Yes.
This is the first time hearing it.
I did know that Edmund Hillary was a thing, but oh yes, I put that stiffness somewhere nice and soft and tight too.
Meanwhile, you could see, if you squint a little, you could see Ryu in the background as well.
Huh.
He's like, hey, what are you doing up here? I'm training, that's what I'm doing. A bunch of crows doing up there. Yes, Let me guess, your surname is Director?
Why was there a jump cut right there?
Why indeed?
Couldn't you just... Was the actor that adverse to being smacked in the back with the side of a gun?
Uh-huh. Uh... Oh my. Oh.
Written and directed by Peter Jackson.
But Peter Jackson would actually produce a good movie out of this. You know I'm right.
Yeah.
And happy Hanukkah to you. For some reason, I'm imagining this guy being played by Clancy Brown now. It'd at least be a bit more entertaining to look at. Plus, he has that really smooth, deep voice.
It's amazing how they're acting like these two are old nemesis, but these two actors have never been on screen together. And
Nope.
I don't get the sense that either of them are who they are pretending to be, you know? Because, Telly Savalas, he was a great actor, but he's not exactly, Donald Pleasance. The hell is foot and mouth disease?
You said something stupid, so you put your foot in your mouth.
Oh, that explains it.
What?
Foot and mouth disease.
What, is it something else?
No, I was agreeing with you. I was saying, oh, that's a good joke. Let's see, foot and mouth disease. Infectious, sometimes fatal viral disease affecting cloven-hoofed animals and wild bovids and domestic ones.
Alright, so it's an actual thing.
Oh. So you wanted to compete with Charlie. Ah, Why are there so many... Why were there jump cuts between the same shot?
Well, okay then. What is this, Christmas?
Nobody is going to find this in the least bit suspicious.
Clearly. What was he doing there?
Escaping? The pronunciation of that is, not a mistake, I'll betcha.
No. Oh, jeez, he's gonna rip out his pockets? Use them as gloves?
I have never even thought about doing something like that, but I suppose it tracks, maybe.
Bet you it's gonna go off again.
Oh, holy night, the stars are bright. Shining.
Up on, you might want to hurry up.
Up on the housetop, James Bond paws. Out jumps good old penis claws. Okay. That worked somehow.
Yep, it's hypnosis. I guessed it. How did I guess something like this, Alex?
Well, at least it's not the,
Who would you
At
imagine?
least it's not the psychedelic scene from Casino Royale, question mark?
That's a low bar, man. Come on, Bon, you gotta hurry. Go faster this time.
Okay, tell me we're not doing this again, thank fucking God.
Imagine if they did do it again just to waste our time. The ultimate trap to imprison James Bond. A really stupid gag.
I was gonna say, an incredibly tight vagina, but, you know.
No. A vagina with retractable teeth.
A vagina dentata, you mean?
No. A vagina with retractable teeth.
Okay.
That would do him in for sure. Come on, you gotta drop down at some point, Bond.
James,
Drop down. Yeah, I was gonna say, drop down, you dipshit.
you know, if you'd have jumped earlier, you would have run less chance of cracking your hands off, but, you know.
Whatever. I suppose whatever's the riskiest.
Yeah.
You know, what's the only con to having your hands covered or with something that'll keep you warm?
What?
The fact that you sometimes can't be precise with them.
Hmm.
You know what? You know what would have been in like an Assassin's Creed opportunity there? If Bond just waited at the ledge, Edge grabbed the guy and then yanked him off the edge.
Yeah.
But then he'd be like, I hope nobody knows that I just yanked this guy off. There's a bit from Sanity Not Included. Where it's like there's like guys like, oh, I'm just a dude patrolling, but then dude, did you just see that? I yanked that guy off. Yeah, you would yank a guy off, you rambunctious gay. Yep, this is hypnotic suggestion. So what's exactly his goal here again?
Use the girls, hypnotize the girls and use them to do something.
Doopy doop.
What? Well, the editing returns in full force, and I distinctly want to find the editor and slap them. I don't care if they're old. I won't hit them very hard. I just want to just tell me where you are, because like people have very clearly been watching this movie and using it as a source of influence, we'll say, for certain modern films, and I just want to have a word with you, like kind of like Chris Hansen, you know. I was like, hi, I'm Alex Shannon. I'm here with Dateline NBC film abuse.
And this is an intervention?
This is an intervention. You need to stop. Okay, so the plan that, and he did mention this plan that we missed, because we were too busy wondering what the fuck was going on. Blofeld was planning to hold the world ransom by a threat to render all food plants and livestock infertile through the actions of the Angels of Death, which are the girls.
That's retarded.
Yeah, I know. This doesn't make any sense. This is the only Bond film directed by Peter R. Hunt, who was the editor and second unit director on previous films. Let's see, screenplay, Richard Myburn. Huh. Okay, so apparently... Huh. Okay, so... Richard Myburn, who wrote this film, worked on Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, and Thunderball. He didn't write You Only Live Twice because he was working on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at the same time. Apparently, Tom Mankiewicz worked with him on Diamonds Are Forever. And then he went on to do Live and Let Die by himself. Huh. Myburn was brought back to work on Man with the Golden Gun. Okay, well, we're, it is going to become apparent that, Myburn may indeed be the weak point in this series.
Yep. What? Yeah, I was gonna say.
The fuck?
Is he skiing with only one?
I don't think that's possible. Gotta be No, he's kicking off with one ski in some places.
No, he's
Oh,
only
he was
got one.
skiing with one ski.
I told you. It's over, Anakin. I have the high.
Who has the high ground now, bitch? Well, at least the dummy was far enough away that you couldn't tell. Is he really... He really got two of them with the same trick. Okay, now steal his jacket.
Don't make a sound. Now go the fuck to sleep. As the wise Sam Jackson once said. What? Oh, he's dead. How did you feel about my death screaming?
That was really good. That was better than this movie deserved.
Hey, I try my best, and you know that. What was the point of that?
Let's fight in the bell room. This would be a great place for Spider-Man to have a last encounter with Venom.
Yep. I do not like your taste in music, Spider-Man! And, oh god, the dubstep is everywhere! Wait, you're weak to dubstep? I hate the wubbing!
That is not a good one-liner. You should be ashamed of yourself, James.
Yes.
He's just not fucking killing anyone in this movie.
Except for those guys he tossed off the edge.
Oh yeah, I was like, that guy's fucking dead.
And that other guy was dead.
He's killed like 2 people in this film so far.
Remember when I said I'd kill you last? That's right. You did. I lied.
You gotta watch that one.
Commando.
Oh yeah.
I like you, Sully. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
That's my dad's,
Oh, don't worry.
well, one of my dad's favorite movies.
Oh, don't worry. He's just dead tired. Hang on, wasn't it almost morning when he got down here?
Yes, and now it's back to being night again.
Why? This is stupid. This is fucking stupid. Oh. Hold on a sec. No. What? I have many questions about that. I have many questions, Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets around and out with a sleigh and reindeer. Ugh.
There's people after James Bond.
Every day, so...
Oh, wow.
I wonder if our upload's gonna end up getting in the way of Ben's.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he's just...
We'll totally have, like, that same crossover we did when we had that fucking glitch-ass Sonic Adventure 1 stream.
Yeah, our first ever...
You remember that?
Or-
I didn't know that was gonna
Yes.
happen.
Yeah.
Literally crossed the streams.
You know, I wonder if for when we do Battletoads, I'm gonna need the USB keyboard.
Why?
Because of stage 11, Klinger Winger.
Oh.
Oh, God. I could do every other stage in that game consistently, except for that one. Everything else. Oh, this is the chick he's gonna bang at the end of the film. He's gonna transform into Superman. I just
James Bond.
By the way, Alex, you know how I have to wonder, or so nowadays. So how do you think Superman had to adjust us to there no longer being telephone booths in the current day?
We don't have to speculate about that. We saw that in Superman the movie.
And Superman and every Superman animated stuff, he just goes into an alleyway.
Yep. Like Spider-Man.
I still feel like
Him and
Superman versus
Spider-Man
the
change in an alleyway together. Excuse me, do you mind looking the other direction? And it doesn't matter which way I look, Peter. I can see it all. I can see everything.
You know, I feel like I still feel like Superman versus the Elite was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Even when it was just like you weren't exactly that big a fan of it.
I don't dislike it. It has a weird art style.
The art style is good.
It's not I have that sound effect. That's the sound effect that Masato's car made when it crashed.
Yep. You know, every time you bring up Alternative Saga, I'm never gonna forget the infamous the infamous fact that our Shinji has a gag penis.
Shinji takes off his pants.
Oh my god. Why do you have a penguin in a
We are constantly making sexual jokes during this life-threatening car chase.
We don't care!
They just ran into a demolition derby. Why did they... You drove through a barricade to get in here, drive through one to get away. At some point, they're gonna run into Lindsay Lohan driving Herbie the Love Bug.
some point, they're also going to run into the T car.
Or the guy from the first Herbie movie, and it's the same sound effect from earlier. What?
No, that doesn't happen!
We cut from the car falling over to it already being flat, and it...
How are they not dead earlier?
Twice! The car
It's
exploded,
taken to
then they got
Sanshiro
out, then they
drive
got
that
out,
car.
and it exploded again. What the
Seriously,
fuck?
did Sega to Sanshiro drive that car?
I don't... Now there's a winter storm somehow.
And they're out of gas.
Well,
Oh, the wipers
I
are
can think
frozen.
of a good way for us to keep warm. Hang on, this isn't snow, this is asbestos.
Oh, now we gotta fuel this sucker.
And if we keep the car running, we can stay a little bit warmer.
Or
Just,
not.
Try not to think anything about that carbon monoxide poisoning.
Are they really gonna do it in here?
Got the Vaseline shot over the lens.
Seriously though, Alex, this movie was so boring. It was just like we get to the Ted's car chase scene. We completely forgot that we were watching an action flick.
Yeah. And when there was no more room at the inn, James Bond had to take up residence in the manger because...
Reasons.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we'll be saving Never Say Never Again till we do the Roger Moore movies.
Yeah, we're gonna do that the way we watched the Casino Royale parody. We're just gonna insert that between the two Roger Moore films it was released between.
Roger Moore's been in quite a few.
Yes, like I said, between the two.
Let me...
James Bond movies. List of James Bond films. Never Say Never Again was released
in
1983.
Yeah, 1983.
Excuse me. So that puts it between For Your Eyes Only and Octopussy, I believe. October of 83.
Oh my god.
June. No! That actually puts it between... Yeah, that actually puts it between Octopussy and A View to a Kill.
Oh my god. I think I know how
we wrap up
the Connery movies.
Yeah, so right before we wrap up the Moore films, we'll be wrapping up the last of the Connery ones too. This
So what will
feels
we be
like where
doing?
the movie would end.
So what will we be doing after Diamonds
The
Are
proper time for
Forever?
this is a wedding night? What? James, you've already fucked this woman. At least I believe you have. You woke up naked in the same bed together, so, you know, you... Why are you all of a sudden feeling the need to be chaste now? James, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh god, the horses are gonna have to watch them pork.
You could have just done that the easy if you were gonna fuck her anyway. Why?
Oh great.
I am 5 different kinds of baffled. Oh, they're escaping via ski. Oh, the green screen. Granted, it is the 60s, but oh, the green screen.
Yep.
I'm now distinctly reminded of the snowmobile chase from Modern Warfare 2, and I'm pining for that game right now. Because that was cool, and this is not.
Boring.
I mean, typically, you know, I just wouldn't have inserted the completely unnecessary 10-minute scene of them finding shelter in the barn, having it away with each other, and then just maybe we could keep the tension up, guys. Maybe we could just not have so much of a start and stop. Why are you taking your glasses off? This might have actually been exciting if there'd have been a, you know, some kind of connection.
Yeah, connection.
We can cut, like, almost, probably an... Wow, okay.
Ah!
Uh,
Oh god!
Okay.
Oh!
That's interesting to see. That wasn't funny, James.
No, it wasn't.
The people who made this movie have no idea what pacing is, do they?
No.
Because we could have... you know what? We could have kept this to a single location. We could have kept this to the ski resort. We could have had... Like, oh, Bond is investigating something that's going on up north, and then oh, he runs into the girl at the ski resort, and finds out, oh, she's connected to Blofeld somehow. Oh, and her dad hires him to protect her from Blofeld or whatever, because they, you know, they're competing in their interests, and then they, you know, then interesting stuff happens, as opposed to a bunch of stuff that I don't care about. And granted, you know, it's subjective what you care about and what you don't, but I feel like the fact that there are big long stretches of a whole lot of not fucking anything happening, that you know, we could probably cut about an hour and a half out of this movie, rewrite the rest of it, and have something much more satisfactory. What do you think?
I don't know.
Because it's not one of those films where there's nothing here. There very clearly is something here. You could make something out of this, but
But they don't wanna.
yeah, they don't want to. It feels like they kind of went with a stream of... What the fuck was that? Why did the wind pick up? Are we just gonna keep showing this?
Yes. Because as you can
Where did
see, it's
this wind
clearly
come
all
from?
necessary.
This is worse than the disaster montage at the end of Superman the movie.
Yep. And this came out years before.
You could have cut, like, you could have cut that whole sequence in half. Like, I am very rarely going to be somebody who says, okay, you should have cut this out of the film, but you should have cut that out of the film, guys. Yeah. Well, somehow he's alright, somehow she's alright. Why is the camera out of focus? Okay, you know how I was saying you could have cut stuff out of the film? You could have left certain other things in the film, too. Now Bond is just back in England. Apparently
For some reason.
didn't try to find the girl. Tessa, I think her name was.
Somebody posted an image from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, where they're all just where or Billy, Mandy, and Grim are just all having a picnic, and I'm like, I know exactly what follows. Please pass the egg salad. Fraggle, fraggle. Somebody help me! And Grim and Mandy just continue eating what they were eating.
Fucking pardon.
That's stupid.
What?
By the way, on the Ben 10 commentary that at RGS and I did, and I could hear him using headphones, but I may need to turn his volume up on Discord or something because I could barely hear him without headphones.
Yeah, you can right-click people individually and increase their volume like that. I do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying, since it was my first time directing the stream. And I'm like, yeah, I might want to consider doing that because, like I said, with headphones, I could hear him no problem.
How did you get out of there?
Harriet. Tell me, do you bleed? You will. Mr. Bond, have you been watching Zack Snyder movies? No. No. You have, haven't you? No. What is your favorite friendship interactions that I've written out?
No, I thought you were about to ask what my favorite element of friendship was.
Alex?
I'm sorry, my my brain has been emptied by this movie.
Like, it doesn't have to be romantic, just, like, friendship.
Yeah. I kind of feel like they should have had Telly Savalas as Blofeld from the very beginning if they were going to have him as Blofeld, because he's not bad as Blofeld.
No, he's not.
But his performance doesn't match up with Donald Pleasance whatsoever.
No. So what's going on right now?
They're about to execute their weird ass plan.
So they're going to execute Order 66.
Yeah.
Execute Order 66. By the way, Angela Scholar was in the 1967 Casino Royale parody.
Hmm.
Two of the worst James Bond movies, and she's one of the Angels of Death. What? She's gonna shiv you. Oh, now the James Bond theme plays. No, 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 no. No, 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 let 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 no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Why do they have Olympic theater? I just noticed this.
I don't know.
Break his arm. It's easy to. Or that works too. Huh.
That's a stock explosion sound effect. Oh, come on! Ow! Now he's fucking dead. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Mustache man. Oh, geez, he's on fire. I wish there was more cohesion to this plot.
Yeah, this is a great final battle sequence. Why do we cut to him just in the middle of the hallway?
We're just looping the James Bond theme.
It is so bizarrely edited. I don't get it. Okay, where was this when you were, what? Where was this earlier in the movie?
Where indeed? You know what would be even better? Oh, you know what would even be a better idea, Alex?
Yeah.
If instead of what I suggested for our bad guy in this movie, it'd be Malcolm McDowell replacing Donald Pleasance.
How old would Malcolm McDowell have been at this point in time?
You know why I'm making that joke.
He would have been 26.
So no. So in a remake,
Oh, he still could have done it.
just a much younger version.
But yes, they both played Dr. Sam Loomis.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was supposed to explode. What? Okay,
Doesn't
you guys fucking suck. You make too many quick cuts earlier in the film, and now you can't make enough quick. The fuck was
You know
that?
when the character Mad Mod in Teen Titans made his debut?
Yeah.
1967.
Okay.
Like he's
We're
like
about to
an
have a toboggan
OG.
race.
Like he's an OG, a classic villain.
We are literally about to have a toboggan race.
Yep. I'll say this now: a toboggan race in Mario and Sonic in the Winter Olympic Games was better.
Probably had a better plot too. Did
It
those
didn't
games
have
have plot?
only in the DS version of the Winter Olympics.
Okay.
Because as the console versions, no, they don't have a plot.
They're minigame collections, aren't they?
Yes, they are. How did you guess? Throw your gun at him. I've always said that, and whenever you run out of ammo, just throw your gun at him.
What about a gun that shoots guns?
Or a gun that shoots another gun that shoots chainsaw bullets. Hey, Yep, Colin gets the robot. You know exactly what I was referencing.
Yes.
Oh no, a grenade is in my
Grenade should have
toboggan.
already exploded by now. Grenades do not have that long of a fuse.
I don't know how he caught up to it.
Fuse time 4 to 5 seconds.
That must have been a quick 4 to 5 second. Or that must have been a slow 4 to 5 seconds, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
That felt like 5 minutes of Dragon Ball Z time. I still like the way that Team 4 Star portrayed the joke. Because Frieza clearly doesn't know how to tell time. And yet even Goku could tell time. Here is the fictional origin of Mad Mod.
Ha 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 ha.
So funny.
Once again, I'm flashing back to the snowmobile chase in Modern Warfare 2.
Aw,
Hi,
puppy.
Beethoven.
Well, Alex, speaking of dogs, my Space Invader is back.
Aw. Yeah. Apparently, you know. Apparently? Yeah, that's all I have to say about this. Apparently, this is happening now.
Yep.
He just kissed her teeth.
I am wondering what this dog is.
Okay, so we're just gonna drive off after taking, like, less than one slice of the cake.
Yep. No. It was a paper thin slice of cake.
A wafer thin. Hi, Moneypenny. Bye, Moneypenny. This movie has a sense of finality to it.
You'd think,
And
oh,
it would have made more sense if this was Sean Connery's last James Bond film.
instead of George Lazenby's first and only.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, we have to get ready for those spin-offs somehow. Unfortunately, my brother, he's no good. He's not going to be... Neil is not going to be able to hold your father, James Bond Jr.
Don't stop, Bond. Just keep driving.
Why are we stopping? Oh, is he taking the flowers off the car?
Yes.
For Tell me he's doing it for... That was a good one.
I was going to say that.
In the bedroom?
Uh-oh.
In between the...
Uh-oh.
What the fuck? I'm sorry, what?
She's dead.
That... What the...
If this were more cohesive,
What the fuck?
that's how the movie ends.
No. You don't get to play the James Bond theme at the end of the... No. This film went fucking nowhere, and then all of a sudden Blofeld comes out with a fucking neck brace on, and his evil German crazy bitch shoots Bond's wife in the head. What happened to the bulletproof car, James? Where's the
Clearly
Aston Martin?
Clearly this wasn't in the bulletproof car. Alright. You'll return and diamonds are forever.
Yeah. Oh, go fuck yourselves, guys.
Yeah, I
It has
agree.
been a long time since I've seen this movie. I forgot how it ended. I kept thinking, this is going to be the ending. This is going to be the ending. This is going to be the ending. This is... Nope.
I end up pulling up Wikipedia to see. Why do you do this to me? Why?
It represents my pain, Kevin. It represents my... This is a 1 out of 10.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just...
I don't get it. Why did you even bother?
Anyway...
Fuck. You spend this whole movie spinning wheels, having Bond, like, you know, doing his, like, generalized thing, not exactly 100% connected to the girl, but, you know, still kind of connected, not exactly doing our best to develop their relationship, gotta be perfectly honest, not a great use of the 2.5 hours worth of time. Then, as the movie progresses, and I use that term very sparingly, we pick up the essence of a plot, that Blofeld is still around and still doing crazy things, and now he wants to doom the entire planet for the sake of his own ego. And, like, one of the biggest problems in this film is that James Bond doesn't double tap. He leaves so many people alive who he should, by all rights, and previous Bonds have, by all rights, fucking executed. And now we have this, and I don't know. I'm in pain now. thinking about this. I actually have a headache now. This is fucking great. This is brought on an actual headache, me trying to figure out what the fuck. I don't, because this film had no plot, and then all of a sudden at the very end it had all the plot. You know?
Yep.
Anyways, I gotta go. I'm gonna go watch something better. I'm gonna go watch The Last Jedi.
Why?
I have reasons. I'm gonna go watch.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. We've discussed
No, you
those.
don't. There is never a reason to watch that movie. Anyway, we'll be seeing you tomorrow. We'll be seeing y'all tomorrow for MMPR, and Monday for the Meh cast, where I'll be doing more Pokemon Soul Silver.
Yeah, and I'll be back to Pokemon Crystal, hopefully
And
progressing the plot.
And then on Friday, we'll actually be watching Bleach: The Thousand-Year Blood War, with
There's way more
Seamus.
nudity on this DVD menu than there is in the actual movie.
And then on the next Saturday, we'll be watching Thor: The Dark World, followed by next Sunday being more Young Justice Season 3.
Yes, indeed, and check back on Fridays for Death Battle reactions.
We've been getting more mid battles.
Well, we're running out of material, so it's bound to happen eventually. One of these days, I'm going to get to complain about one of the worst things.
Harry Potter versus Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. So until then, we'll see you guys next time, ladies and gentlemen.